Osborne? Osborne Cox?
Who am I speaking to?
You're part of a league of morons.
We'll kick things off with an early review of Burn After Reading. How do you follow up No Country for Old Men? Well, if you're Joel and Ethan Coen, you recruit some of the biggest and finest actors working today and make a comedy where they play 5 of the most spectacularly self-involved characters in recent memory. And they also happen to be wonderfully dim.
If you ever carried out your proposed threat, you would experience such a storm of consequences that your empty little head would be spinning faster than the wheels of your Schwinn bicycle back there.
You think that's a Schwinn?
Frances McDormand and Brad Pitt are, naturally, fitness instructors at Hard Bodies, a gym in the D.C. suburbs. They think they've hit the jackpot when they find a disc belonging to a drunken ex-CIA analyst. He's played with violent bitterness by John Malkovich, who's married to Earth's least compassionate doctor, Tilda Swinton. She's having an affair with a U.S. Marshal, played by George Clooney.
Is that goat cheese?
Chèvre. Yes, that is a goat cheese.
Because I have a lactose reflux and I can't.
You're lactose intolerant?
Yeah, but I
Or
can't.
you have acid reflux. They're different things.
I know what they are.
So you misspoke.
Well, thank you for correcting me.
These are functioning morons. They walk and work among us. And they are brilliant and funny, and in spite of the screwball comedy nature of the story, they are completely believable. Throw in talented character actors Richard Jenkins, J.K. Simmons, and David Raish, who actually steals every scene he's in, and this is a must-see.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely see it. It's great to see George Clooney and Brad Pitt having fun at the movies again. Last year at this time, they were Michael Clayton
Serious
and Jesse
stuff.
James, serious stuff. Here they are, and almost like an exercise in drama. It almost felt like all the actors picked their parts out of a hat, and they were stuck with it and made the most of it, and each one's talented enough to pull it off.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. I particularly loved Brad Pitt and Frances McDormand, and the fact that what they're seeking when they get John Malkovich's disc is not millions for fame and fortune. They just want plastic surgery so they can continue working at Hard
Right,
Bodies.
and I think Brad Pitt would need plastic surgery after John Malkovich punches him in the face. If someone said to you, this is the same directing team that did No Country for Old Men, I wouldn't believe you unless you said it was the Coen brothers. Those guys can seem to do everything. My only real criticism of the film is that it wasn't long enough. I rarely say that about movies, but I felt like I was in and out of there, and I got out and I said, well, that was quirky and weird and surreal. What just happened?
But they took sort of the quirkiness and the dim-wittedness, they took it right up to the line. I still think it worked. It was close. There were a couple moments when I would think, nobody's that dumb.
Well,
but I still think it worked.
They really combined sort of intelligence and ignorance in this movie, sort of taking on all the CIA espionage movies that come out from Jason Bourne films and sort of making a little pot shot at them. And I think Frances McDormand might get nominated for an Academy Award in a supporting role. She was great.
I'd be surprised if this movie didn't generate some nomination.